Okay, so we're going to be doing some rubber stamping. I'm using the clear cling stamps, one of the Gorgeous Girls. So you're going to peel it off the backing and put it onto an acrylic block. Just press down firmly to make sure it's stuck. The good thing about those is you can see exactly where you're stamping. I'm going to be using Pro markers and a Memento ink pad. We recommend the Memento ink pad because it doesn't bleed when you're using alcohol based markers like the Pro markers. So the best way to do your stamping, to apply your ink, is to turn your stamp this way around, upside down, and then just gently pat the ink onto the surface of the stamp. Just get a nice even coat. And by doing it this way, it allows you to use a smaller ink pad, so you don't have to have an ink pad the same size as your stamp. You could use a much smaller ink pad. So you're just going to press it down on the paper. I just like to go over the whole surface of the stamp just to make sure you get a nice even print. And then carefully lift your block off. Okay. So just allow your ink to dry briefly. The Memento dries pretty quick, so you don't have to worry too much. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and start colouring. Starting with her hair. I like to use Pro markers for colouring the stamps because as long as you don't leave it for any length of time, you won't get any streaks in your colouring. Unlike some markers, because of the alcohol in them, you tend not to get a streaky finish. The colours are buildable if you let them dry, and then go over them again. You will be able to achieve a darker shade of the same colour. So I'm just going to keep colouring this, and I'll come back to you when I'm a little further along. So once you're finished, you can cut it out or mount it to make cards or add them into scrapbooks, etc. With this image here, because it's Ruby Slippers, I'm going to glitter it. So in order to do that, I'm just going to move all this out of the way. I'm going to be using stickles and then some loose glitter over the top. So you're just going to put the glitter glue. I like to use glitter glue because you can see where you're going a bit better. You can either build it. I'm going to put some loose glitter over the top just to give it a bit of extra sparkle, because they're Dorothy's Ruby Slippers. I'm not going to be too fussy with it. I'll just do a small section at a time. You could leave it like this, but I want to add some more glitter on. We'll do this small section. Okay, so while the glue's still wet, just tip your glitter over. Again, don't be fussy, just put it all over. And then tap off the excess onto a sheet. You can get something that looks like that. And there we go, sparkly ruby slippers.